Boys, this might go down as one of the hardest top 10s I've ever had to make. I think this right now in the game, the wide receiver position is all personal preference. Do you like the tall guys? Do you like the short kings in the game? I personally have been short king kind of like the last month or two. I know some people still rocking the tall guys. It's hard. Like I said, go with which you play with. This is a list that I think is the best in the meta personally right now. But at the end of the day, personal play style. There are 30 great wide receivers in the game that are not even going to be making the top 10 regardless. But if you guys enjoy videos like this, I do them on every position. They're usually clear cut in most positions. Wide receivers are a little tough. But if you are enjoying, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, and let's just get into number 10. If you are looking for cheap, fast Madden coins to build that God Squad you always wanted, head over to my sponsor, EasyMut, and use code CHEW for 5% off your order. The link is in the description. Boys, at number 10, actually a sleeper name right here, Romeo Doubs. As you guys know, with this Theme Team All-Stars promo, and I am recording on MUT.gg today because I can't go and fully power up every card just to show you them for the video, for the Theme Team All-Stars, you know. But this card, Romeo, is, I know I say Doubs, it's Dobbs, whatever. I think it's fun to say Doubs. This card is amazing. When you look at all the Theme Team guys, there's DeAndre Hopkins, T. Higgins, Devontae Smith. None of them, it's either they are missing a lack of height or they're missing a lack of speed. He gets both. He is 99 speed base, no Theme Team boost at all. He's also 6'2", where he's not too tall where he's clunky. He's not too short where you can't go ag some stuff. He is a perfect mix of both worlds. I actually think 6'2" and below feels like the guys that get the better animations in the game when it comes to falling to the floor faster. So he fits that perfectly. And then also they get amazing ability stacks. So you can get 2 0 APs. You get to choose whatever 0 AP you want. Look how many different combos you can make. Sorry, I was cropping that off. But you can see you can go ahead with Route Tech and then Jukebox for 0. That is by far the best thing. Route Tech and Jukebox for 0. That is better than Larry Fitzgerald Golden Ticket. That is better than Vincent Jackson's Golden Ticket Ability Bucket. It is crazy how good these Theme Team All-Star cards are, and it's better. They're going to be better than half the Golden Ticket wide receivers in the game. Number 9, I know I was just dogging on his abilities. I wish he had better abilities. I think we all do, but we do have a 6'5" guy. Like I said, I tried to mix it up as best as possible. I know some people think the tall guys suck. Some people think the tall guys are still the best. It's an impossible list to make, but I still think Vincent Jackson has some room in this game because of the meta he's fitting. As you guys know, slowly this is starting to turn into a run-heavy Madden with all the Vanguards coming out, and Vincent Jackson fits that playstyle ridiculously better than any wide receiver. Look at his blocking stats. 99, 99, 99. Yeah, I mean, yeah, boys. He fits that perfectly while being 6'5". He also does get his Route Tech for 0. Where they missed the kind of bar at was the Jukebox. Route Tech and Jukebox would have been amazing. I guess Tank is cool, but, you know, he could have been elite with that Jukebox right there. But Vincent Jackson, a very, very solid wide receiver in the game. And like I said, he fits a certain style of plays meta so nicely right now in the game. Boys, at number 8, we do got our guy Herman Moore, another tall wide receiver in the game at 6'4". He is 98 speed. I will say I don't feel a difference between 98 and 99 like I do from 97 to 99. It really does not feel that far off. I used Herman Moore on the non-theme team for the entire day after I got him, and this card was actually very, very good. He has a built-in X factor that no other player in the game gets currently, and that is max security. If you guys do not know what that is, it makes possession catches. It's supposed to, technically, it's supposed to cancel out KOs with possession catches. I will say it works better than every catching ability, but it's still garbage. It's still an absolutely garbage ability. It maybe makes it a 1 out of 50 chance of a catching ability working to maybe a 3 out of 50. It's so bad. It's still so bad. I just want to let you guys know I used him a lot, and I was forcing stupid balls to maybe light this ability up, and it was just not... Yeah, it was not worth it at all. But I will say, I still like his abilities. He's a tall wide receiver that gets Jukebox. As you guys know, if you get the ball in a tall wide receiver's hands, Jukebox across the board, they are going to make some plays. Route Tech for 1 is a little annoying, but I do think Run Off Elite is an annoying ability to play against. When I played a runner and they had Run Off Elite and Vanguards, it was very, very miserable. So if you want him, VJax, you can do good. But if you want to pay that extra 1 AP with all the AP you're saving on your offensive line and whatnot, you can still make him dominate man out there. But Herman Moore, this card is very, very good. I think you could argue VJax a little bit better, but I do like the possibility of having a built-in X factor for maybe that luck of a chance you get bailed out once or twice. Number 7, we got the man I just did a video on. I did a video, I said the title was the Madden card nobody is talking about, and I do think there are a lot of people sleeping on him. You can see right here up in the top right, I can't go up any farther, but he is 369k on Xbox. He's very, very cheap. Normally an Ed Too Tall Jones card that's endgame like this, and that's not really, you know, a set card or whatnot, would have been insanely expensive. I do think tall wide receivers aren't as good as they have been in past, and he's also 97 speed, but I don't think you can ignore 6'9", boys. You just literally can't. I will say it does suck that he's like, unlike Carmichael can juke, right? Because he's way under the 246 marker. He can't juke at 271. But I will say I do like his abilities. Although he gets Jukebox for 0, If you guys do not know, it does not matter. That jukebox will not save a bad juke. Derrick Henry's old running back card from Christmas had jukebox. You still couldn't juke with him. You have to be under the weight. That's really what it is. It only really benefits the guys under 246 pounds. But I will say, jurtling with somebody that's 6'9", if you watch the video I did on him, we were able to jurtle across the map and the dude made plays. But I do like tank for 0, wide receiver apprentice for 0. Jukebox, like I said, it's on him right there. But at Too Tall Jones, I think the things you could do with this guy after the catch is still amazing. The jurtles and also the bailout ags on the sidelines and whatnot. Number 6, boys, we got Mr. Jay Jettas. Jay Jettas is a card that I actually was super hyped to come out with. There's a lot of people out there that do not like this guy because of the way he runs routes. As you guys know, everybody kind of has their signature route running. They added it in the game. I know a lot of people like looked over it, but like certain guys run routes differently. And I will say his corner route is something I've seen a lot of the Madden pros say that it's an absolute terrible route. But I will say I did enjoy this card, and I do think a lot of people are using him because of the name value, and he's actually played very good for me and against me when I've been running my man and zone scheme I've been trying out this week as well. But he is 99 speed, basically 99 of everything. I will say whoever made this card, it sucks that I don't know what did they boost catching stats on a card that was already to have like 97 plus catching stats? And then look at the run blocking. Yeah, they didn't touch that at all. So it really does not feel like a golden ticket statistically, because this is what a normal 99 Jay Jettas card would have looked like statistically. This is exactly what it would have looked like. But I will say what is nice, he does get good abilities. At least they made the abilities good. Route Tech and Jukebox for 0. That is the best thing you could possibly put on a wide receiver. And he gets both of them. So I can't complain about that. 99 speed. He also hits the gritty and has one of the best card arts in the game. So that's a little bit of a cherry on top, you know? We got to take it when we can get it. But Jay Jettas, great card. We just did a game plan on him, too, if you want to check that out. But number 5, this is the card that I didn't want to ignore because I feel like Randy Moss is just one of those guys in Madden's that plays just way better than other cards, despite overall, despite abilities, despite what promo he comes out in. He's always going to be a guy that just plays above his stats. He is 99 speed, so that's what we love to see. So, I mean, when you look at that top right overall 90, I think he's the only non-99 on this list. He's perfectly fine, dude. He's amazing. 6'4". He's also really, really skinny, so he's going to get the good juke. He's going to move horizontal a lot on his juke. I love, like I mentioned earlier, I love like Carmichael's juke. I love Calvin's juke, Randy's, because how big they are, they get so horizontal on their jukes. The one thing, like I said, with tall guys that does suck, though, is that they don't fall to the ground very fast, so they do get KO'd a little bit more, but you can't ignore him getting 0 AP jukebox and 0 AP wide receiver apprentice. I do hate that the route tech wasn't 1 AP, but he's a little bit older, I guess you could say. He came out like a month ago, I believe. Randy Moss is just one of those guys that you just... It's so hard to take him off his field. He might get boring. You use him all year typically, but this is a card that always gets the job done, and he's always going to ball no matter what you have on him. At number 4, we got our guy, Calvin Johnson, who was basically just an upgrade on our guy, Randy Moss, right? He's a little bit taller. He also weighs more, but he's not too heavy to where he can't get the good juke like Ed Too Tall Jones, and he's also 99 base speed. So he obviously is amazing across the board. He's basically just an upgraded Randy Moss, and his price will even show that. But he also does, I will say, get maybe a little bit worse abilities, maybe if you could argue, because Deep Elite is really just, like I said, catching abilities are just so garbage in this game. KOs cancel them all out. So 0 AP Jukebox really feels like his only 0 AP, and then Randy got that wide receiver apprentice. But I feel like most people have Power Master or Master Tech anyways, so it's not that big of a deal. 1 AP Route Tech, so he's still getting that. But I will say, I do love that he falls forward. He jukes like across the map as well. I feel like every single time he's going to ag, but the problem is, like I said with the tall guys, they have a little bit of trouble falling down at times, but I think in the right hands, the right scheme, a guy like this, Calvin, is just unstoppable. At number 3, I got Big Mike Will. I actually like Mike Williams, despite being 98 speed compared to the other guys I just showed you at 99. I like him because he is a mix of everything. He gets some of the best abilities in the game. He gets starting. Oh, I forgot to mention it earlier. These guys get starting on X Factors too, so you could really yak him up on him too, while also getting great stats across the board. He is very, very tall at 6'4", and you get to choose what abilities you want. So like Romeo Doubs earlier, you can run that 0 AP jukebox, and then also you can mix that in with your... Actually, he doesn't get it, which I just noticed that, but Short and Elite, I will say, just does the exact same. He doesn't get Route Tech. I don't know why that is. He's like the first card I've seen not get Route Tech in his tier 4 out of all of these, which is really, really weird. But at the end of the day, Short and Elite acts the same. If you guys played Madden last year, and if you played Madden this year, Malik Neighbors is also another card I got to use ahead of it. Short and Elite basically is the off-brand Route Tech. It works very, very similar. So you can run that jukebox while being 6'4", while getting a starting X Factor as well. I mean, this card is very, very good. A super underrated card in the game, man. Mike Will always is a dog. I remember his Christmas card in Madden 23. Love this guy, man. At number 2, I think this might be a little bit of personal bias. No matter what, he's in the top 5, I would say. No matter whose list you're looking at, he's in the top 5. I think me having him so high has to do with the animations this guy gets. If you've played Madden a lot, I've also seen people in my Twitch chat not only sell their big Calvin Johnsons, their Carmichaels, their Too Talls to go get Tyreek Hill, but I've seen also a lot of people in the comments on YouTube. I've seen it on the forums on MUT.GG. People are starting to move over to the Short Kings because how many KOs are on the field. They fall to the ground so fast. You know that sliding animation when you possession and you're on defense, you're like, dude, there's no way he caught that. That was an awful throw. It's because they have short guys and they fall to the ground so fast. 99 speed. He also does get 3 0 APs, which a lot of guys, I think there's only like 2 or 3 wide receivers in the game that really get it. It's like him, Waddle, and the number 1 guy in this list. You can see though, he gets a starting X Factor, so you could use that yak him up on him, which is amazing. He gets Route Tech built in for 0, and then when we come down to his discount abilities, he gets Jukebox and Human Joystick. So you're getting Route Tech, Human Joystick, Jukebox, and an X Factor for 0 AP. 4 abilities, or 3 abilities, 1 X Factor, 0 AP. Tyreek Hill, best animations in the game. You just really can't highball egg. That's really what it is. But I'm telling you, the meta's low-key shifted a little bit. I think Tyreek Hill's got to be on every squad. And at number 1, I think this is amazing that they gave us this good of a card. He is basically Tyreek Hill just upgraded, right? He's a little bit taller, but he's still not tall enough where he's going to be clunky, getting agged. He's 5'11". He gets every single theme team, including every promo theme team. You can see literally, I mean, if you want to run Super Bowl still for some reason, you want to run any of the AKAs, you can run all 32 theme teams too, so not just Browns, Dolphins, Ravens. He gets them all, which is also amazing. And statistically, we don't even have to look at stats. If you guys have not noticed during this top 10, stats don't matter, man. I think most of you guys know that by now anyways, but as long as you're above 90, he's perfectly fine. But if we come down to abilities, he has built-in evasive, which is Jukebox. And then when you come down to his discounts, he gets Route Tech for 0 and Run Off Elite for 0 or Leapfrog. So 3 0 APs, a starting X Factor, whatever of your choice you want. Every single theme team, good animations, 99 everything. I mean, he's basically just a better Tyreek, man. Worth the grind. He is a free card as well. Everybody should have this card on their team. Literally everybody. Go grind it, boys. I'm telling you, it is so worth the house rules. Please go get him. Boys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Man, the top 10 wide receivers list is impossible to make. There's so many good cards that left off. All the theme team cards are still amazing. All of the cards that are, like, I would say the rookie Malik Neighbors, Xavier Worth. There are so many good cards in this game, man. I hope you guys enjoyed, though, nonetheless, even if your card didn't make it. And hope to see you guys in the next one. We got some UL gameplays coming tomorrow, boys. Peace out, man.